This video is brought to you by Ageless Geeks.
Cowabunga dudes and dudettes, this is Anthony, aka BatBomb82, and today I'll be doing a review of the Mezco 112 Collective Previews Exclusive Supreme Knight Batman. Now, taking a look at the front, we can see that the figure is showcased in your standard previews tin, with the Batman logo at the center. Turning the box around, we can see multiple images and panels showcasing the figure in multiple posing positions with its different interchangeable parts and accessories. So with the box out of the way, let's crack this figure open and see what we have inside. Alright guys, so let's check out this previews exclusive Supreme Knight Batman. Now, I'm assuming this is going to be the final version of Supreme Knight, which really closes out Mezco's whole trilogy of Batman figures, which I have loved since the beginning. So this one looks really, really good. Now, the colors are different from what we've seen with the promo images, and I'll be honest with you, when I first saw early images of the final product, I was a little iffy on it, and I really wasn't sure if I was going to like it in person, but like a lot of Mezco figures, some of them just look really good in person, and some of them don't come off all that great with just really, plain simple photos. And I'm happy to say this is definitely one of those figures that just looks so much better in person. And to be honest, I'm actually really glad they changed the colors, because I wasn't really feeling that brighter blue that they're using and a little darker gray for the promo images. I think this looks way cool. So the head sculpt and the head look fantastic. I really dig this head sculpt. I'm a big fan of this one with the long ears. I love how we get the two-tone like grayish blue and a blue like that. And I really love this metallic blue that they're using. It is a very unique color, and I think it looks incredible. The logo itself looks really nice too. Sad thing is it's not removable like the shadow version, where you can just take it off and replace it with a different one. And what's really cool, this is almost like a deeper, darker gold, almost like a copperish color, and I think it actually works really nice. It is very cool. Same thing with the belt here, is that very dark, almost copperish color with a little bit of blue on the straps like that. It looks really nice, so it really sets it off. Then the texturing in the suit itself looks really good. You see like little rivets and things like that on the different like plates. I think look great. The gauntlets look amazing. Again, all that texturing, the little gold trim on the knuckles and on the blades right there, all look really nice. Even on the hands themselves, inside the palm, look really good, man. What a great looking figure. More of the texturing on the suit looks really good too. For this one, I did notice they took off the knee pads, the plastic knee pads that were on some of the other Supreme Knight figures. So that's a hit or miss. It depends if you like those or not. I think they probably made the right choice for this particular version of the figure. Without the knee pads, I think it actually works a little bit better. But the boots look insane. Love the detail. You see the nicks and dents and scratches. You see, this is an older Batman, so he's seen some battle. Big tread on the feet. Got peg holes at the bottom, looking really, really nice. We got his zip gun, or his grapple gun here back. I love how he holsters that. It looks really nice. Holsters are nice and tight, so that looks really good. And then this cape, oh my god. This has got to be one of the most beautiful capes I have ever seen on an action figure. The color is just amazing in person. It has this like metallic matte finish. If you kind of know what I'm talking about, like I've seen it on cars where it's metallic, but they put like a matte coat to tone the metallic down. It looks really cool. And then it almost has like this purple sheen. So if you guys have seen like the 66 Batman, the Adam West Batman, how his suit was blue, but it kind of had a purple iridescent look to it. That's kind of how this cape looks to me. And it is so gorgeous. I love this, man. So what a great looking figure. Again, I'm very happy the way it looks in person, because I was a little worried at first, but I'm so excited to say he looks incredible. So moving on to the accessories, we do get the standard Mezco stand, which I always say are my favorite Mezco, or it's my favorite stands for any figure in this particular scale. I love the bright yellow right there with that bat logo. Looks really nice. I do wish it was a little more of that, maybe like copperish gold like he was on the actual chest emblem. But it's cool. It almost looks like a bat signal that you can hang up in the air. So I think that was pretty awesome. And then of course we do get the clear articulated stand that we get with all Mezco figures, again, which I absolutely love. So this guy does come packed with a ton of stuff. We got interchangeable hands. You can see we got more like open palm hands and gripping hands, things like that. We got close-fisted hands. These are the ones that come packaged in the box. More loose gripping hands for each side. Pretty much everything you're going to need for him to hold all his weapons and all his different accessories. We do get a ton of the tiny little batarangs, and this is one thing that I do like that Mezco does when it comes to Batman here. We get a full arsenal of batarangs, which is done in that almost like copperish gold color, which I think look really cool, so I love those. We also do get a little bundle of batarangs, which I think is awesome. This is just one solid sculpt, so you can hold these together, look like you're holding 3 batarangs at once. So I love looking at those, and I love how they have like little nicks and dents on those as well, so that looks really awesome. We also do get this. I still think this is one of the most wicked weapons I've ever seen Batman wield, because it's basically like a brass knuckle type thing, but with blades, and that just seems very deadly for Batman. So, but it's really cool though. Done in that black with that, again, rustic gold, and this actually does collapse like so. If I can actually do this without that, like there, and you can fold it up like so if you want to do it like that. So that's pretty cool. So I love that. Again, all these weapons and accessories you're going to see. They're the same ones we've seen before with previous Supreme Knight figures. So again, just mostly in different decos. I'm going to pull out his grapple gun back here because this is one of my favorite things. And it's actually really snug on there. If I can actually get that out like that. There we go. Okay, so that looks really good too. I think that looks amazing. I love the paint apps on this. They really go all out with their Batman figures. So you got that black, you got that almost like gunmetal, and then that goldish color I think looks really cool. So very nice looking piece. We also do get different grapple hooks. So you got this one right here that you can put in with that's actually closed, looking really nice. So I love that. You could pop this on out and put this one in where the little arms are open. So that's really nice too. And then we have one that actually has a little actual string attached to it, so you could tie it to something like that. So I make it look like he's actually ziplining up. So that's pretty cool. So I love that. Then we also do get his crazy bazooka weapon, which I think is dope. It's like an ion blaster or some kind of like sonic disruptor. I forget exactly, but still, that looks really good, dude. I love the paint apps on this. Such a cool looking weapon for Batman. Very heavy artillery, but I think it still looks really nice. Again, that gold, that almost gunmetal silver, and then that flat black, all look really, really nice. And I keep seeing like this little ring right here. I feel like you could attach some type of tassels to it. I'm not really sure. But that's just kind of the vibe I get to it. So pretty cool. Still very fun looking weapon. And then as far as actual weapons go, we also do get this one right here, which is that large, heavy batarang, which I think this is so awesome. I love posing them with this one. So just a very huge, so here's like the standard little batarang bundle, and here's this very large batarang. Like you see the big difference on there. So those are very, very cool. So now, we also do get interchangeable head sculpts. So this is the standard one that we have here. Again, looks really, really good. We can pop this off at the ball peg, and then pop this one on like so. Now this is the one with the gritting teeth. Now I'm in the, I guess, category of, I'm not always a big fan of when Mezco does teeth, because he kind of does get that chiclet look. For some reason, Mezco can be hit and miss with the teeth. This particular one just looks a little awkward to me. It looks like he's smiling maliciously, which is fine. If you're like that, totally fine. Just for me, it doesn't work all that great for my particular taste. We can pop that one off. And of course, we get the unmasked older Bruce Wayne head, which I think looks great. A very cool looking head sculpt. Obviously, he's got the gray hair and the gray brow, just looking mean, old, pissed, like he's so over having to beat up criminals, you know, in his old age. Like he's just so over it, but still that looks awesome. So I really, really dig that. So I'm gonna pop that off, pop on the regular head, which again I do like. And then same thing with the other Supreme Knight figures. You can take off the entire cowl, which is just held on by a magnet, and you can take off this cape right there. And if you want to not even have a cape on, you can just pop on the cowl like that. And if you want to do something like that, I think that works out really cool too. I actually think that's a really awesome look. If you just wanted to have him without any type of cape, which I think is really cool. But, which is awesome. One thing that I know a lot of us are very happy about, we get interchangeable capes here. We do get a posable cape, so you can pop this one on like so. Just kind of line up this ring around that magnet like that, then pop this cowl on like so, and it'll stay pretty good. It's a pretty good hold. Now you have a wired cape, and this, in my opinion, is one of Mezco's greatest innovations, giving us wired or interchangeable capes, because there are those that love the bendable wired capes where you can bend it around and pose it and do whatever you want with it, which is totally cool. But then there are those like me who just want a very natural hanging looking cape, which is more like this. So this gives us the option of having both, which I think is incredible. And you'll see some pictures later on with this cape just like flared out and stuff, and it's done in that same really cool color. I mean, this guy is so good. I'm so very happy with it. I mean, just look at him. How badass does this figure look? So now I'm going to show off the articulation here without the cape. Just give it a little more freedom here. So the head is on a ball joint like that around the neck. When you do articulate this, it might kind of just loosen up that magnet a bit, but it works fine. You can do left and right, up about that much, down about that far, and pivot side to side. So that works out really good. Arms go all the way up that much, down like so, up and out. We do get a butterfly joint in there. We got rotation at the bicep. We got a double jointed elbow that bends about that much. It's a little hindered because of the bulkiness of just his muscles in the gauntlet. We got rotation at the wrist as well as a hinge at the wrist. We get a double ball peg in the midsection, so it allows it to roll around like so. Does turn left and right, pivot side to side, and crunch back and forth quite a bit. We got hip joints that kick forward that far, back about that much, splits all the way out that far, rotation in that upper thigh, double jointed knees, a little bit of rotation at the boot actually, so that works out good. Ankles go up, down, and a slight ankle rocker. It is hindered by the bulkiness of the actual ankles itself, so the ankle rocker isn't all that great. You can kind of shift it around a bit to make it work, but it's still a little bulky, so I just wish that was a little bit better. So other than that, overall, I am so pleasantly surprised with this. Again, I was very iffy about the color changes, and this just kind of suit being in blue and gray. I wasn't sure how well it was going to play out in the final product, but knowing Mezco, in my opinion, I've said it before 100 times, I think Mezco makes the best Batman figures, and they put my worries aside with this in hand. He looks incredible. Such an amazing action figure from Mezco, and in my opinion, a definite must-get. So for a quick size comparison, here he is standing next to a Marvel Legends Deadpool and NECA Batman figure. Also for comparison, here he is standing next to the two other Supreme Knight Batman figures from Mezco. And just for fun, here he is with little Lego Bat Bomb. So there it is, guys, my review of the previews exclusive Supreme Knight Batman. Now overall, I think this is an incredible figure, and I'm pleasantly surprised at how much I do like it in person. As I've said before, I was really worried about the color changes from those previous images to the final product, but luckily in person he looks way better. I actually prefer these colors to those previous color deco. The blue on here is so gorgeous and so unique. It is something to really behold in person. The accessories are great. Even though they're just repaints, they work perfectly for this figure. You get so much stuff. The articulation is very well done. The sculpt and the paint are beautiful. The soft goods are incredible. And having an interchangeable cape, that's something that is very innovative for any action figure company. More companies should do that because it works perfect for people like me and people that love the wired capes. This is such a badass piece, and it's really crazy to see that this might be the very last figure for this whole Batman trilogy of figures that Mezco has been doing. And if it is, this is a great way to go out because I think he is a truly badass piece and will look awesome in any of your Mezco collections. So please comment, like, and subscribe. Stay nerdy, my friends. Peace.